Alright, assessment time, and it is fairly basic because basic is best. It gives us an idea of how well you move, and once we know how well you move and how well you don't move in other ways, then we can figure out what's the best way for you to put your programming together. So the first one we do is a toe touch. So it's really simple. Lean forward, touch your toes. You can see that I can't touch my toes. Alright, I've had this issue for a long time, so that's something that I need to work on. However, mobility and stuff is not going to work as well for me because I have a health issue that is overriding that. So my health issue involves gut problems. The gut problems actually shut down a lot of what's going on in the abdominal wall to stabilise the hip and allow you to move forward into that position. Alright? Not everyone's going to have the same gut problem, but there will be some movement stuff there with quite a lot of people with this one. So the next step we do from the toe touch is a forward bend from a parallel. So we want to start with our arms reached up and pushing back, and then hinge from the waist with the knees slightly bent as far forward as we can without rounding the back or letting the arms drop. Okay? And stand up nice and tall. Ideally, you should be able to get this to parallel so your hips and your shoulders are even and you are parallel to the ground in that position with your arms straight out and able to touch your toes. Alright, from there we go on to shoulder mobility. Shoulder mobility, again, simple. We start both hands to the side, one hand goes over, one hand goes under, and we aim to touch where they are. Right? There'll be none of this. You can't just creep your way into position. It's first touch is where it goes. So from here, I touch, that's my spot. Alright? If you can't touch hands, you're not going to pass. That's okay. Gives us something to work on. You may find that you can pass on one side but not the other side. That's okay. Gives us something to work on. From there we go to bird dog. Bird dog, you start on your hands and knees, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, toes active on the ground here. From here we're going to raise our right hand out the front and our left foot backwards, touch the knee to elbow, push back out to the front and back onto the ground. Right, same thing over the other side, reach out, knee to elbow, reach out and back to the ground. For a lot of people this will be really easy. Some people will have some wobbling and stuff, and that's great because then that gives us something else to work on. Alright? I don't expect everyone to have it perfect. There are obviously progressions to make this harder, but realistically all we need to know is what are the basics to start with, and then we can build on the basics within our programming. Alright? From there we go into the push-up test. Alright? Push-up, all you got to do is do a push-up, but it has to be tight. So start in your regular push-up position, chest over shoulders, and then everything tight as possible. Lower yourself to the ground, push yourself up. There should be no movement and no lag through here, so you'll need either a mirror or a video camera or a friend to be able to judge you on that. So I'll do a few reps now and you can have a look and you'll be able to tell if there's a lag or if I'm tight, okay? So, I'm not going to brace myself very hard this time. As I push up, you'll see that my upper body comes up first, and then my hips will. So this time, if I lock everything up tight, I should be able to move as one unit. Loose, tight, so, get a friend to judge you, get your video camera to judge you, whatever. You'll have to figure out exactly which way you go with that, but simple pass and fail. From there we go to an overhead lunge. Now an overhead lunge, again you need someone to watch you or tape you just so you can see what your body's doing. So we're going to start here, feet pretty much on train track, so if you are feet at shoulder width here, they should still be shoulder width here. Arms straight up over your head, drop your knee down to the ground, stand up tall. Alright, what you're looking for is someone staying nice and tall and knee going down to touch the ground. This one staying nice and straight, this one staying nice and straight. Alright, if we see the knee collapse in or collapse out, or we see the foot collapse in, then that's something that we can make note of. Okay? May need some modification in your programming to get that to be in the right position. Alright? Same thing from the side. So you set yourself up from here, train tracks, hands straight up, drop the knee down, up nice and tall. Some people will be really tight through their hips and they will move forward like this because it's the only way for them to get into that position. If that's the case, you're going to fail. It should literally be straight up and straight down. Okay? From there, we're going to a 1 foot hold. So, simple. Stand on 1 foot. Bring this thigh so it's parallel to the ground. Not lower, not higher, parallel. 30 seconds you've got to hold there. You should be able to do this with no problem, no movement. I'm not even flexing anything, I'm just letting my body do whatever it does. Okay? Once you can do one side, do the other side. 30 seconds, hopefully you can pass. If you can't pass, there's probably a serious hip problem going on through here. We need to get a little bit of work done on that. Solve that problem. We've got some exercises for you to be able to make that work too. So, the better you get at the foot holding, the better everything is in terms of your balance and your coordination. So, with this one you should get to the point where you can have your eyes closed and you don't have to have your arms out for balance. I can close my eyes and move my leg about. Reasonably good now. Taking a bit of practice doing these sorts of things, but that's what it's here for. Alright? Last one, overhead squat test. So start with the arms straight up. You don't want them to be way out to the side, they need to be up over your head. Feet at shoulder width or a bit wider. They can be pointed out if they need to a little. Right, all we're looking for is you squatting down nice and low and stand up tall. Alright, from the side, same thing. We squat low and stand tall. Now, if you're going to fail this, it's going to be from several things. Alright, the first one, you bend too far forward as you squat down. Alright, another one could be, you can only get down to here. That's it, that's as far as you can go. Another one may be, as you squat down, you've got knees collapsing in like this. That's no good. You might find that as you squat down, you just fall over backwards because you don't have enough balance, center of gravity, and then there's some strength and flexibility issues there. Okay? So, you may need a friend, video camera to be able to mark that one again. Figure it out, be honest, pass or fail. If it's single arm or single leg, mark if it's left or a right, and that'll give you the best base to be able to figure out how we can make your program specialised to you.